always a pleasure to catch up with our friends at TDS, and here at the Property Investor Show I'm joined by Ben Beadle. And Ben, great to see you.
And same to you.
Thank you. And how's the show been going for you? Because it seems quite a buzz here today, this Saturday.
Very much so. We had colleagues here yesterday who were rushed off their feet, and today is warming up very nicely. The TDS stress houses are soon going off the shelves.
Brilliant. So quite a lot going on in the tenancy deposit protection world. Obviously, deregulation bill is generally good news for landlords, isn't it?
Very good news for landlords, and very good news if you want to save a lot of paper, because what deregulation does, Vanessa, is effectively formalise the position at renewal. So if you have taken a deposit, you've properly protected the deposit, and you've served information or prescribed information at the outset of the tenancy, at renewal you only need reserve prescribed information again if the tenants have changed, the landlords have changed, the scheme administrator has changed, or the premises has changed.
Yep.
And that landlords know where they are now, which they didn't before.
Right, so super strike well and truly sorted.
Absolutely, dead in the water.
Absolutely. Now also there's good news for lettings agents as well, because previously there was some confusion whether they should put their name on the PI or it should be the landlord. That's been cleared up as well, hasn't it?
It has, absolutely. So the main issue was that certainly letting agents of managed properties wanted to make sure that their details were on the prescribed information, because otherwise tenants would contact their clients directly. There were one or two challenges around this, nothing concrete, but there were some challenges, and the Deregulation Act has cleared that up. So agents can confidently put their details in place of the landlord where they're complying with the initial requirements on the landlord's behalf, so where they're registering the deposit effectively.
Fantastic. And also, what's happening at TDS, because you've recently moved offices, and your actual market dominance of the landlord side of things is growing quite significantly, isn't it?
Absolutely, and that's why we're at events like this, to make sure that we get more landlords on board. So yes, TDS have moved offices, so we're at the Progression Centre on the Hemel Hempstead Industrial Estate. Not the most salubrious of developments, but it's looking very good, so we're pleased to be in there. But as far as the landlord scheme is concerned, that goes from strength to strength, so we've got well over 50,000 landlords using our service now, in addition to a growing letting agent market, so we're very, very pleased with those results.
Congratulations for them. I think there is still a lack of awareness about TDP. It's frightening that it's been in existence since 2007, but our colleagues next door at Landlord Action reported that 38% of landlords calling the helpline had not heard of tenancy deposit protection. We as a community have to do so much more to create awareness.
We do, and just before you arrived, I've had a landlord that's rocked up to the stand, 34 deposits, they're not protected. They soon will be, I hope, because he's taken away our literature, and with a little bit of a flea in his ear, because he does need to be doing something about those. But it does raise a wider issue about non-compliance, because all of the schemes work very, very hard to get the message across. But it seems that we need to work a little bit harder.
Indeed, and interviews like this help, of course, because if the deposit is not protected, you can't serve a Section 21.
No.
So you're actually in a very dangerous position as a landlord.
Absolutely, and the reason we're pleased to be doing this type of event actually is because I've had a number of landlords come onto the stand who are looking at investing. They're not yet landlords, and they're wanting to start off and doing things properly, and that's the best way to get hold of these guys, I think.
Yes.
At the point they're going to make an acquisition, making sure that they are doing their EPCs, their gas safety, their electrical certificates, whatever it happens to be, but also making sure they know the rights and wrongs of deposit protection.
So very simply, Ben, the deposit has to be protected within 30 days. That's what they need to know.
Absolutely, but also you must make sure you issue prescribed information, including any scheme leaflet, within 30 days as well, 30 days of receiving that deposit. We see lots of landlords who just about manage to get registration right, but they completely forget about prescribed information. Another chap this morning, I thought the scheme providers issued prescribed information. We don't. No scheme provider will issue prescribed information. That's the landlord's responsibility.
Good. Well, that's great stuff. Thank you very much for your input here on
Pleasure.
Property Tribes, and I hope you have a really successful show.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ben.